Okay, so for those who don't know me, my name is Shri, and I'm a Power Platform lead, Kenya. And for today, we're going to be tackling about Microsoft Dataverse, where I'll just take you through the introduction, and then for next week, we're going to go deep into okay. And then now for next week, I'll go deep into like Microsoft Dataverse, talk about the tables and everything that entails Microsoft Dataverse. So I guess I'll just kick off by saying data is at the center of everything for most businesses, and it's only data that helps a business to grow or like make its decisions, get insights, or like in terms of what they can be able to achieve today, and maybe in the next couple of years, or like in the next couple of months, depending on how they want to utilize that data. So like I can just start by saying that because like Microsoft Dataverse, it's all about data, and it's all about business applications. So that's where I can just kick off by introducing that so that you can get an overview of what Microsoft Dataverse really involves. So these are database that allows you to securely store data and also manage your business application data. So like just in simple terms, I can just say it's an instance of a database which stores data in kind of like, let me just say in tables. Just like a normal database, like for example, the SQL, where you can be able to store data in tables. Microsoft Dataverse allows you to do that. But now, like the only difference with other database is that like it has the the kind of relational database where you can be able to create like tables that are related. And then that's just an introduction. And then it's also a cloud-based service where you can easily like structure variety of data and business logic to support interconnected applications and businesses. So when we talk about that, it's I can say software as a service because like you'll need internet like connectivity to be able to access that data while it's on the database. And if we now talk about now like why should we use Microsoft data like Microsoft data verse, it's that like it provides security where it's kind of controlled using the Azure Active Directory where you can be able to assign roles to specific people, and those users can be able to use like a specific be able to access specific data and limit them to accessing other data within the organization. So like that comes in terms of the authorizations, and then also for the authentication where you can be able to verify specific people to be able to access that data. And then we do have the logic part where you can be able to apply all the logics of your business. Like for example, if you have a business process flow that your company uses or your business uses, Microsoft Dataverse will allow you to be able to apply that logic to your business. Like for example, there is a specific way you do accounting for your business, or like where how do I put this now? There is a specific way you account for all the transactions that happens in your business, like right from when the customer gets into your store, or like right where you have your first order to the last order, or like to the time customer leaves your store, or like the business rules. Like for example, all accounts should be done by this person. All records should be submitted by the end of the day, all those rules and the logic part of the business. So those are the kind of business process logic that I'm talking about. And then also like we have like the plugins where you can be able to apply, like for example, you have some other, like you want to connect you where your data is stored from other sources, where like we do have like APIs where you can be able to connect easily with Dataverse and be able to access those data, modify, update, and do all those stuff that you need to work on your data. And then we do have something about data where with Microsoft Database, where you can be able to model, report, validate your data depending on the needs of your business, or like depending on the data that has been stored there. So like, for example, if I have some kind of customer insights that I want to manipulate that data to provide like some information to me, I can be able to like use this capability of Dataverse to be able to simplify that insights and be able to come up with meaningful information about that. And then also like and one of the good thing about Microsoft Dataverse is that you can easily integrate with other Power Platform services that includes Power Automate, Power BI, and Power Apps. And I want to specifically talk about the Power BI where like about Power BI is that like that's a platform on itself where you can be able to generate a lot of data using it. And those data, you can be able to apply the logic of Dataverse and be able to present insightful data out of it. And then now the storage about now the Microsoft Dataverse, it's that since it's on Azure, where you can be able to create um, files and blobs, relational databases, where if at all you have data that is like kind of related to another data. For example, I'll just be showing you this on like how these kind of database are related to like one another. So like I'll just do a short overview of that like on the Power Apps website, and then the files and blobs, where if you need to store some files and also the blob storages where it's on Azure, then definitely you can use the capability of Microsoft Dataverse. And then also we have integration where you can be able to integrate and export your data to wherever you want them to be. Like for example, if you are into export my data to SQL, then definitely I can export it as a table since it's like the whole data is stored in tables. Okay, so and then now in this now uh, where the data is stored, it's in form of tables, and just by the name of it, like a table, where it contains rows and columns, where depending on what you need, the logic set of rows, they can be able to store all these tables. And then we have two types of tables, the standard and the complex one, where standard is that it's a table that you can be able to add other columns, and also but you can't delete the columns that are already there, but you can only delete that you've been able to add. And then now for the complex one, it this one mostly depends on the Dynamics 365 applications, where we do have all those the sales side, the marketing side, where we have specific tables for them. They are already prepared, but like you can just use them the way they are. So let me just go to the Power Apps website, and then you can be able to see about the Microsoft Dataverse. So just a minute, I stop sharing my screen, and then I share the whole, I switch to the website. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so I hope you can see my screen. So I'll just take an overview of how the Microsoft Dataverse looks like, and then perhaps in the next session I'll go deep into it and explain to because I'll be taking more than an 1 hour next time. So just a minute as it loads. And you can just use the chat area and tell me if you guys have access to the power ups or the power platform itself using your school account. So I just want to see how many people have been trying to build things on power ups on power platform itself. So okay, so this is the like like power ups website where you can be able to access the Microsoft Dataverse. And so this is the homepage, and then when you come to this where it's written data, where now it contains the Microsoft Dataverse, and uh, what normally happens is that you have one instance of Microsoft Dataverse within one environment. So for example, as you can see, I'm in an Microsoft Student Partners environment, so I only have one instance of Microsoft Dataverse. But now, so if I had two environments here, I'll I'll be able to access another Microsoft Dataverse using that environment. So if I click on that data and then I click on tables, this is where now we store the business data. So next time we'll have more time, and then I'll be able to take you through everything about Microsoft Dataverse. My internet is a bit slow. Okay, I hope you can be able to see all these tables that are that are already created. And for example, if I click on account where it stores data that are account related. So we have all these tabs here. So we have the columns, relationships, business rules, views, forms, dashboards, charts, keys, commands, and data. But now for next week, we're going to be tackling each and every one of them. And then now for the project that we are going to be building, we'll be using Microsoft Dataverse to be our source of data. So but you guys for practice also, you can be able to add use any other um source of data. So you can be able to see the rows and the columns. So the names, the account name, which is the primary name here, is the account name. The customers. So now, for example, if I need to add, I'm building a Power Apps account management system, and I need to store my data in form of I need some kind of specific fields that I want to be able to use. So I need to use the customer's name, the account name, and then the address of that customer. And then what else do I have to use? A small a description, an email, and then what else? Maybe phone number. So I'll just add these what has been built already to be able now to add them to my database, and it will be able to store now depending on what is needed. So now, like for example, I want to use the account here. So like when I just click on account, I can be able to see its name, which is account, the name, and also like the like if it's required, if it's not searchable, and then a small descriptions. And also if I can be able to see what I'm trying to look for, where it shows the relationship with other account. Let me see if I can be able to get. Oops. Okay, let me just see for the business rules if I can be able to view it. I'm trying to scroll to the other side of this screen. Okay. Yeah, it's here. So like we do have all these like um relations. So like now, for example, account it's related to, sorry for that, created by, it's related to the like to the table for user. And then also we have like modified by who, which is related to the like a specific table. So like as we have been able to see all these tables here. We have the table for users. Let me just go to that one. So like as we've like over here, just down here. Owning user. Let me just, I'm trying to look for that specific one. Okay, let me just click on it and see if I can be able to see. Oh, it's like it's customer voice survey invite. But like that's not important right now. But now like as from next week, we'll be going now deep into it and then see all these. So now like if I want to add a new table, I'll just click on these over here. But I don't have like the privileges of creating a new table since my environment that like does not allow me to do that. But now like normally you'll just click on add a new table and then add all those fields. And then now like for example, if it's what do we call if it's like and then add all these columns and all these rows. And then now like for um the business roles, I can be able to add a new business role here. Like for example, what I explained earlier, where if we have a specific roles that my business follows, I can be able to add them. And then views, just a minute as it loads. So like for example, all accounts. And also let me just open a new window. My internet is taking a bit slow. Okay, so now like for this one here, where if we have all the like accounts for my business, I can be able to view all those like accounts from these here. So like I'll just click on this tab here where it says all accounts, active accounts. So like this is where now I'll be managing my tables, my data, and all the accounts that I have. So like if I just click on active accounts, I can be able to see all the active accounts. And then I'll just show you how to create like how to add that database. So let me just start from Dataverse. So like if I need to see all these inactive accounts, the active accounts, like from my database, I'll just click on all accounts and then it will take me to this view where I'll be able to see all the accounts that have been able to be stored within my Microsoft um, 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 Dataverse and all these status. So like it's a bit long. Yeah. And then if we have like some kind of business logics that your business follows, so like you'll just create that business logic here, and then you can be able to store that in Microsoft Dataverse. And then it's kind of like adding the if else statements, the conditional statements. Like for example, if I need to add a new condition here, so I'll just click on add and then add a new condition. And then if trying to see if it's clickable. Like if, for example, an account name it's null or something like that. Maybe it's 0 or something like that.